So I don't know if anybody knows what this is. It's a table with a big motor inside it, and you use this with it. I got a big ass lathe in the back of my pickup truck. This guy had these little stilts on rubber, and I think I'm gonna put casters instead, because this thing is awfully heavy. I'm lucky I got it. If it wasn't for this table, I wouldn't have got it down either. But I was hoping that it would line up with the back of the truck, and I can kind of get it on myself, but I may need a hand. But pretty awesome find for me. And now I can make shit. Now I gotta find a room. So, got the table down as you saw in the last video, but I kind of had it stuck on this guy. I got my other, this is the other side of the toolbox, that other piece like that, and I'm going to put there, and I'll probably put the drill press that I just bought over there as well, this guy. And I'll see, you know, because in a certain sense I kind of want it next to the lathe, you know, because I'm going to probably lay it out here, and I'll see where everything else falls and what else I'll get rid of. We'll see, but that's besides the point. But I decided, I drilled out these holes to 1/2-inch holes, and I got these at Harbor Freight. I put locking ones up front here so I can actually control it more, because up against the wall I'm never going to be able to lock it anyway, and locking it will keep it more solid. They only had 3 of these locking ones, and they had 4 of the other ones, but I just didn't feel right not being able to lock it. The guy had these you know, things, it looks like he made them, because I think that's supposed to be into the ground, but it's actually a better height when you have these things here, and he had made them, I guess, and he threaded holes, and he put pieces of rubber at the bottom, which they gave me. This is a solid piece of, feels heavier than aluminum, but we'll see. In any case, now it's going to be kind of close to the back of the height of the thing. That I just put these because I had to take a run with the truck, and I didn't want anybody to see it in there and steal it. That would be very hard, but I had to go to the bathroom, so I didn't want anybody to take it while I was going to take a dump. So that should be pretty good to be lined up with that. I can roll this forward now. It rolls really nice, you know, so hopefully it won't be an issue. I probably should have got, they're not gonna, I don't think they had fixed wheels, but for the most part it's fine. But that's pretty much lined up there. I could probably move the truck up forward, and it'll kind of get over it'll go up higher, and then I can roll this over. So it'll just be a matter of that, and I'll just get it over here. You know, I was thinking about, you know, I cleaned a lot of this off. I was thinking about painting it, but I'm like, times are wasting. I got things to do, you know. But maybe I'll clean it up a little bit more, but nothing crazy, you know. And there was a gasket around here which was broken.
Hello, Moto.
My phone's ringing. Anyway, so I'll see about a gasket. I'll just put silicone where the piece of gasket was missing. But this should work out pretty darn good. So wish me luck. Okay, unloaded all by myself. I basically had to move the truck up a little bit, put it on these dirty rocks, and, you know, get the thing up. But basically slid it up, and then I lifted up the tailgate a little bit and gave a push, and I got the first part over the edge here, and now I got the rest of it over. I lined up those holes. I'm probably going to have to move it again, only because there's supposed to be a gasket there. I might just actually silicone the outside here, I was thinking, just so nothing, because that's for the oil not to drip down. So, but I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to do it today. Like I said, I had 0 sleep. I had a little bit of a tragedy with a friend who, he got a certain inoculation and pretty much died immediately. So I have to say publicly, I do not recommend it. That being said, I'm happy as far as this is concerned. I'm going to clean it up. I got a backsplash for this. It's like a piece of plexiglass. So I'll see about that. I was thinking about maybe just putting more pegboard here, you know. Not 100% sure yet. Not sure what I can get away with as far as more room I'm thinking of different things. Like I said, I had the side thing for the toolbox, and between that being over, I should have just enough room for the drill press to be on top of that. I may decide to change it and just put everything over here somehow. I can really just bolt, I can get a shelf and bolt it to this guy over here, or make something here, you know, in some fashion somehow, you know, on the wall. So, because I think I have about, I think I have 5 feet here roughly, from what I remember, maybe a little bit more than 5 feet. But I don't know, I didn't get my, here's my tape measure. But ultimately, I can't believe how much of an update I'm doing to this garage. Let's see. 62, so I have, yeah, a little over 5 feet, just a drop. So that's enough room, because I think this thing is 48 or even less than 48. Let's see. Of course, that's not catching, because this is a little cheap guy. All right, let's just do roundabout. Yeah, it's 48. So I got about a foot to spare. So if I can find something that's a foot that'll scoot in there, I'm thinking of different things. I mean, I was really thinking about the other. See, I got another one of these guys that I could see everything clear, and it only has this. Doesn't have this extra thing here, so that's a little bit of a pain. But truthfully, it's small for this garage. Is perfect. This is all just cabinet, pretty much. I'm gonna probably sell this. In fact, I will sell it. I had somebody actually interested already, so we'll see. They want me to ship it. He doesn't really care about the base on it anyway. So I don't know if I should keep the base or not, but it would be interesting if I could kind of fit this on the side. Probably wouldn't happen, you know, like the thing is, if I put it where I had it, it'll be the same. It'll be in, you know, in the way just the same. So I'd have to put, you know, only that section. But if I use the base here, I can actually put the drill press on top of this base if I bolted to it. That would be kind of cool. But then it may put too many metal filings near it, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, so got to find a place for all this stuff. I don't think I'm going to move that toolbox, but, you know, it's an option because it has wheels. Where this table is not going to really move once I move it, so I hate to keep, you know, moving things back and forth. Kind of like the extra room there. As you can see, this table overhangs quite a bit, and it gives me more room to work there. It gives me actually more room to be on the compressor too when I have to service it, which I have to service it. I got to change the switch on it. But a lot of things are coming around. I can't wait, you know. But today I'm kind of tired, big time. Like I said, I may also get rid of that shelving unit right there, because I probably need less shelving than I think. And if this guy slides down, and maybe this, you know, put these two guys right next to it, and that way Time Machine, the new balancer, or even this guy can be in the middle of the floor as opposed to the wall. I'll see. Don't want to bang into it, so I kind of prefer it being, you know, against the wall. Kind of makes it more rigid as well. I hope the wheels are a good idea. It definitely rolls easy because this thing is really heavy. But, you know, a lot of things to think about, you know. And I nearly knocked over the Time Machine, and it kind of hit this. I guess this thing came out. That has to hold it up, so. Yeah, I can put up this thing, but I just want to make sure I get it down. What ultimately I would have liked to have done with this ladder is to flip it around if it was possible. I mean, I know it's possible. I just kind of don't want to do it, you know. But or even put it sideways, you know, like on, you know, going from this area down that way and leave the space open more, you know. But because then I could flip it up and down as I need it, because it's a pain to do it here. But I don't know. I'll see. Still got a lot of figuring to do. My head is not in the right place right now. So again, wish me luck. And that's my update. And I'm gonna probably get going soon. I'll clean this up a little bit, and that's about it. And I'll see what the next few days holds. I got working on Monday. I got to do a couple of things to one of my cars at my house, because my alternator was acting up on one of my cars, and got to do that, among some things, some other things, so looking good. But I got to find a room for all this stuff here, basically, and I got to bring the new one here, figure that out, and see where I'm gonna, set up shop with that, and all the little extra wheel weights and all this extra stuff I have for the bouncer and the tire patches and stuff like that, So that's it. I think that covers everything, and hopefully this becomes not as painful as I thought. The other thing I was thinking about is turning this guy around and putting him against there. That guy could stay like that because it's actually flipped the wrong way, but it would be good if this thing was the other way and I used it from here. Still want to move that. May or may not. We shall see. If this gets flipped around, it gives me more room to mess with over here. And maybe I can clean up, because I haven't even gone through all this stuff, and it's very possible I can end up with one full shelf here that I can put stuff and whatnot related to the lathe and related to, the tire machine and the brake lathe. All this stuff can be like a little machinist corner. I don't really have a place to put this any other way. It's either this way or the other way. So a lot of things to think about, and I'm sure something will come to my mind, and I'll get a place for all this stuff. It's going to be great. But I moved one of the bulbs over there. I ended up getting these bulbs here but you have to take out. I didn't realize that all the lighting I have, I thought they were non-transformer, but they all have transformers. So these don't work. I have to take out the transformers for them to work, but they'll last forever. They'll last like 40 years or something. And they're basically the size of T8s, and they'll fit where T12 or T8 is. And I didn't like these bulbs, to be honest, and I would just move them back there or something like that. These couple that are still not bright anymore. I only had 10 bulbs in the first one. So I like lighting. I like plenty of lighting. I have one more of these guys. I might end up putting it there. I'm probably going to move that light over some, or just get another one of those lights from Home Depot and put it on the edge of the wood there, screw it right into the bottom of the wood, so if I'm there in the car, I can see what I'm doing. So a lot of little things, a lot of me pointing and talking about it, but not doing it. Kind of got out of the groove because I went to work, and work is very tiring because you're up for 16 to 20 hours if you work in the movie business. So I'm hoping that after this stretch of work, I'll have more time to finish everything off and get everything really set up so I can actually do some things. Basically, this guy here is missing some things. It's missing the piece that goes on the end here. They call it the tailstock. So that's not cheap. But I have so many parts that he gave me with it. I got them in totes, and I got to bring them all in. So hopefully that'll have something I could use in the meantime. But I believe this is the tool holder, and there's other tool holders that came with it. And I'm going to try to get my friend over here to show me a few things, about it. A lot of crazy stuff. I heard that this chuck that's on it with the six separate teeth that all move independently. It will. It's possible one moves them all, and then one individual ones move them separately. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. If I start there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's only 4 of those. I thought he was moving that, and one of these was moving, but maybe he was only moving this one. Maybe they do move simultaneously, but I think these things allow you to actually move them independently somehow. But I heard this 6-jaw chuck is actually like $1,000 just for this chuck. So I paid $500 for this, and it was a steal. I just happened to be the first person who answered the ad, and I got lucky. That's really what it comes down to. And it's missing the belt. The belt broke. The motor is underneath here, which is wild in itself. This is basically the table that's set up with, the rubber belt is there, but then there's a strap belt that goes on here. And this is the one that's the rethreading one that has all the gears in here, supposedly. And this is supposed to be for cutting threads, and this is what all this shit is for. I don't know anything, so I guess we'll see, see what I can end up coming out, making out with this thing. But yeah, the belt goes down there and whatnot, so I can't even bolt it yet because it's got to be cleaned up. I got to figure out what I'm doing and how this belt is set up and where to get a belt and where to get the tailstock, and have my friend look at what I have to see if anything else is suitable, because I don't know, this was one. Yeah, so he said there was no tailstock, but there's definitely something that slides along the thing. Like it could be an older version, but there's so much stuff, and I have more stuff in the truck that I got to pull out. Let's see. Don't fall. Yeah, so I got these two totes full of stuff. Some of it's not really related, but there's definitely a bunch of stuff here. I don't know what I'm looking at half the time. That's the belt that kind of broke and needs to be replaced. And oh, that one is something sticking out. But machinist handbook, whole bunch of boring things. I mean, I have to have more stuff than my friend. I just don't have it organized, obviously, and it may be missing a few things because the brother, he actually had 2 lathes, and the guy's brother-in-law took that lathe. So since he took it, they might have decided to take a few things. Who knows if he actually took the tailstock off of this one. So, but I'm going to find all this up. So I'm going to unload the rest of the stuff, and I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching.